Hi, do you want to know how to read this coronavirus prediction curve? If you want to learn about this, then please watch the full video. গডস প্ল্যানের এই ভিডিওতে আমি সবাইকে স্বাগতম জানাই। I welcome everyone who has clicked to watch this video, and in this video we are going to learn how a normal guy can predict coronavirus. And also I want to give you guys a message that it is actually us who will beat the corona. So how to predict the coronavirus? Now to predict the coronavirus, we have applied some methodology. The methodology is the SEIR model. Okay, S stands for susceptible, E stands for exposed, I stands for infectious, and R stands for recovered, right? So S means susceptible. Susceptible মানে যারা এই রোগের জন্য immune নয়, which means that the persons which are not immune to the virus. And E means exposed. Exposed মানে যারা actually infected, যারা actually ওদের মধ্যে ভাইরাস অ্যাক্টিভ আছে, but they are not showing the symptoms so that they can be tracked, right? Now I stands for infectious, which means they are showing symptoms, and obviously they will be hospitalized. And R means the recovered, that means either recovered or you can say removed, because removed stands for recovered, and also the death, it is the fatalities, right? So let's move into my Chrome, because there we have a ready-made tool at the internet from which we can extract our data to predict the coronavirus count. After opening the Chrome, let's go to the website that is very much popular, from which we get update of the coronavirus. That is from this one, COVID19india.org, where we can see the different states and different graphs, blah 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 blah. But this site will not tell you about the way in which a normal guy can predict the coronavirus count. Now let's see how we can do it. Just type in epidemic calculator, right? Follow my cursor. Here you can see the epidemic calculator. Click on it and you will get the first link, then also click on it. Hence you will enter into a page where you can see, on the right hand side you can see a graph, on the left hand side you can see such as susceptible, exposed, infectious, removed, recovered, hospitalized, and fatalities. So actually you have seen orange color for the exports and orange color in the graph as well. So magenta color in the infectious, you can see magenta color in the graph as well. And similarly sky blue and the deep blue, right? Okay, now if you want to see the removed, that is how many persons are removed, and you have to measure on a certain day, you just check this box, then removed will be appear, okay, on the green color. Then uncheck this box, the graph will look like this. Hospitalized, so hospitalized is this one, right, the sky blue. Okay, now so this is the way that you can interpret it. But how you can enter data for your own country or for your own area? Actually you have some factors. One factor is this one, R0. So R0 is a very important factor for this calculation of the epidemic calculator. R0 is a factor that says, suppose if one person gets infected, then how many person can that infected person will spread the disease during his incubation period. So this R0 is considered to be 2.2 as standard, but according to the recent articles in India, this R0 production is 4, right? Let's make it to 4. So in this way you can also adjust the transmission dynamics at the bottom, right? So you have population inputs. So India have a population of 1 billion, and while the whole world is having a population of 7 billion. So you can also shift this population size and then you will shift number of initial infection, and then you will get the transmission time, that is the length of incubation period. The length of incubation period is 14 days generally, because after 14 days the person is going to show symptoms, and as we are doing symptomatic testing, so it's obviously the transmission times is around 14 days or something like that. And we are also having different uh, parameters over here, like mortality statistics, recovery times, score statistics, time to hospitalization, recovery time for mild cases, time from end of incubation to death, and duration of patient is infectious, right? So we need to first simulate, or first to get the correct data for an area to actually simulate this curve. Data is very important, right? So suppose you are having all of these data, and suppose you are about to put some, you are about to simulate something, right? So now you fixed some population over here, and then you fix some number of initial infections, 1000 or whatever number in your area is. Then you put the basic reproduction number, and then you put the transmission times as 14 days or something. Yeah. So and then you can fix the other things, also the fatality percentage, right here, mortality statistics, okay, case fatality rate. You can fix this by in some countries I have seen that it is 3%, in some countries it is 4%, in some countries it's 2%, right? Okay, now after you have calculated this one, remember the statistics that is shown here, that is the confirmed case, is actually the magenta curve statistics. This is not the orange one. The orange one is the exposed, that is these peoples are in incubation period. Okay, they will infect other person, and generally they will also get sick after a certain period of time, right? So actually the statistics it's shown here in confirmed is actually this one, magenta line. Okay, now in this way you can interpret. Now suppose you want to, you are here, suppose you are here at this position. Now what is this day? This day, you can see on the left hand side, is 106, day 106. On the day 106 you have susceptible number of cases is this one, exposed as this one, infectious as this one, removed as this one, right? And you also are having some number of day cases per day, right? Now these all things depend on this one. If you have given any of one data input as wrong, then you can get this graph also as wrong. That means your approximation would be wrong. Now another very important thing that is left out is that the intervention, actually we call it the lockdown happens. That is, this is the only intervention that we are able to do against the coronavirus. Okay, so the intervention is on in India typically it occurred on 65th day, but the thing is that from which day it have been effective, it is not known to anybody. So you need to have it by trial or error method if you want to calculate for India or some other countries though. And then after intervention or after lockdown, by what percentage the transmission have been decreased. If it is decreased by, if you increase that percentage to 70%, 30%, or if you decrease that percentage to 30%, then you can generally see the RT is the transmission after intervention. Okay, now as you more increase this, you can see the fall in the number of coronavirus cases. Okay, now this is the way how you can read this epidemic calculator. Now one tip is that for a guy who does not like differential calculus or something like that, I don't recommend to go at the bottom of this article, because it is all the formulas or all the things that they have used to make this one. Okay, now enjoy this card by predicting coronavirus count in your area, and keep watching God's plan. And if you like the video, then please comment down below and share and subscribe our channel so that we get encouraged to put more beneficial content on our YouTube channels. Thank you. So see you on the next video, and stay safe and stay at home.